Hey, welcome to the Metal Detecting Show, episode number 20. My name is Kieran, and this week I interview Shaun and Michael from the Metal Detecting channel. We talk about some of the amazing finds they have found in their short time metal detecting. Finds such as a Bronze Age axe and a Henry VI gold hammered coin. So let's get on with the show. Hey, thank you for listening. We're at episode 20. I hope you enjoyed the interview this week. If you want to give me feedback or interact with the show, please reach out to me on Twitter at DetectingThe or Instagram at The Metal Detecting Podcast, or if you want to pop me an email to Kieran at themetaldetectingshow.com. If you like this content, please don't hesitate to tell your friends and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So this week we have Shaun and Mike from YouTube's The Metal Detecting channel, who've had not only some great growth with their channel, but caught some great finds on camera too. Welcome to the Metal Detecting Show, lads.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Before we start, can you plug all your social media just to make sure we get that out at the start?
Yep, there's our YouTube channel, which is the Metal Detecting channel. We also have a Instagram, which is the same, Detecting channel, I think, on Instagram. And our Facebook page, which is the same, just search for the Metal Detecting channel. Not to be confused with Metal Detecting channel. Make sure you get that "the" at the start, because we are the Metal Detecting channel.
Or the Metal Detecting Show podcast one as well. That's yeah, so many of us out there. So we'll start with a few easy questions. So the first question, can you tell me how you got into detecting and how did you guys meet?
I'll go first, Shaun, on this.
Oh, fire away, Mike.
I got into detecting quite a while ago. My dad bought a old, I don't know what kind it was, I was really young, an old C-scope metal detector years and years and years ago. I must have been 12 or 13 or something, and I had a quick mess around in one of the backfields where I used to live as a kid. But nothing really developed from that. It was sort of one of them things where I think back about before I bought my first metal detector, and I think to myself, I don't even know where that metal detector went. But it was just recently, me and Shaun, we used to work together at some recycling plant, and I left, went somewhere else, and we didn't really talk to each other for quite a few years, probably about 3 or 4 years, to be honest. But then all of a sudden I noticed Shaun would always put his finds on Facebook, and I'd see them all the time, and I'd be like, start messaging him saying, "Hey Shaun, what metal detector you got? Like, where do you go? What do you do?" And all this lot, because I've always been interested in it. And then I decided to just go out and buy the White's MX Sport as my first detector. And pretty much since then, pretty much every single weekend, me and Shaun, we've been away metal detecting, looking for permissions and everything. And yeah, I mean, 2 years now, 2.5 years I've been metal detecting. I've got a couple of metal detectors now. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
And what about you, Shaun?
Well, the ex-wife bought me my first metal detector. I'd always wanted, I always fancied getting into it, and I started about 7.5 years ago. Like I say, I never had a metal detecting buddy out like that, which most detectorists do nowadays, and like Mike said, we worked together, and I left that job, and I used to put my stuff up on Facebook, my finds and whatnot, and like I say, Mike messaged me one day and we met up, and every weekend ever since.
So you were the first guy putting the stuff up on Facebook. Does that mean you were the driving force behind the YouTube channel or the content creation?
Mike's the force behind that. Yep. Mike, go on, mate. You can answer that, pal.
Basically, the start of this year, pretty much Christmas time, me and Shaun have been out quite a few times, good sort of year and a bit beforehand. And we found a few good things and stuff. But then, I just decided, well, let's just make a YouTube channel. Let's just record our finds on there and, just show people how it is. I mean, we just wanted to record what we found and show what sort of fun we had. So yeah, we started uploading first couple of videos, and we got a few subscribers, and we've pretty much ever since really. Yeah, we have a lot of fun doing it now. So
yeah.
Yeah,
and it's going great for you. Did you have to do some convincing for Shaun to be involved in YouTube?
Shaun at first, yeah. Shaun. It doesn't sound it now, but he was the shy one, and yeah, it did take a while, but now he's absolutely fine in front of the camera now.
Well, you have some great catchphrases, some unintentional that made me laugh, like "Oh, it's broke," but YouTube, and on to the next. Did they come from you, Shaun, or from Mike?
Bit of both.
The MooTube. Did you say MooTube?
MooTube.
Yeah, well, the MooTube is it's the most hated thing to be found in a field, and any detectorist will tell you they find plenty of them. But the to the next, that were from me. That yeah.
They're just so good a signal, aren't they? And you think, I'm going to get something good here. You dig it up, and it's one of those silly little tubes.
You've got to have
the slightest tubes. Yeah, they're bloody pain.
They are.
So, Mike, you're big into your stickers. You are unashamedly fanatical about your stickers. Do you think could you put some of those sayings onto the stickers? Do you think, like a MooTube sticker? I'd love a MooTube sticker. Actually, please, thank you very much.
There's something maybe we could do. Yeah, I mean, I do like stickers. I do like getting the other channel stickers. It's good fun. It's nice when I'm watching somebody else live streaming and I can see our channel sticker just sort of like sat behind them or something.
In the back.
Like,
yeah.
Look at that.
Back onto YouTube. Are you looking for vendors now to jump on board, or are you happy just being two guys?
We're kind of happy just doing two guys. We're working close with Detector Network at the moment. Scott from there.
Yeah.
He's helping us out a lot. We're doing a lot with him. So that might be good things to come from that, I hope. I mean, again, you should check us out on Detector Network. I forgot about that.
I'm on there, so that's how we connect.
Yeah, that's right.
So from early on in your videos, you're pulling out silver and hammies, any of which our international brethren would give their back teeth for. You can't do that without some solid research in the background. Do you have a research process, or do you rely on local knowledge?
Well, you wouldn't believe this. This was like 2 years, or a year and a half of actually me from starting detecting. Nothing. I think probably the best coin that I'd ever found before that was I think it was George III sixpence or something, so like 200 years old. Nothing, just no. And then my friend moved up to North Yorkshire, and as you do, sat in the local pub there. It was a tiny little village. I mean, you're talking probably about 15, 16 houses there, and the rest were farms. Sat in pub there, a bit tipsy, talked to some farmers, and then there's the first permission, and then after a year and a half of literally nothing, me and Shaun go up there, hammers, spearheads, gold coins, just unbelievable. And every single time we go up there, again, it's the same. You're still pulling them out of the field. It's just it's unreal, really.
And this one's to you, Shaun. You recently pulled out the Henry VI gold hammered coin. That's a find on anybody's bucket list. Can you describe the feeling when you first realised what it was?
It's quite emotional, actually. It definitely is that. Well, when I was digging away, and I was digging away, and I saw a hammered coin, but it were caked in a bit of whatever it's been buried in for how long, and when I realised it were a gold coin, it were just everything come out all at once. I mean, I've listened back to watch the video, and it's did I really make that noise?
Yeah. Oh, it's brilliant! It's brilliant to watch, and it's so genuine. Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's a fantastic feeling. It is.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's hard to make up. It's hard to make up that reaction, but sometimes I do think to myself, we do find that many sort of silver coins and things on every dig that maybe there's somebody watching thinking that's got to be fake. And honest to God, it's not fake. It is exactly how it is. We dig about 1,000 holes in a day, so we are doing some digging. Sometimes we're out there for 12 hours digging, and we might find one silver hammered or something, but that makes the video for us.
Yeah, what you didn't see after when I did dig the gold coin up was Mike was about 150 meters away from me. You heard me shouting him, going, Mike, and I bombed across the
Yeah.
field, and but yeah, fantastic feeling it is.
It was an amazing experience, and it was great to have the camera there to share it with you. So, Shaun, you got
Oh,
the gold
definitely.
hammy, and Mike, you've had the bronze spearhead.
Yep.
But what's left on the bucket list for both of you?
I would like a gold coin. I've not found no gold ever. None. He finds it all. He's had a couple of gold coins out now.
He's a magpie.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'd like a crotal bell.
Yeah.
So I sort of see everybody getting them, but I don't seem to see them anywhere. And I'd like a bronze age sort of an axe head, full axe head would be quite nice.
Okay.
Nice find. And a gold.
Definitely.
Some gold.
Definitely.
What about you, Shaun?
Yeah, along the lines of Mike, I'd like I'd like to find a big hoard. No, I'm happy with whatever I find, whatever I swing over, and if it's nice, I'll take it.
Take it with both hands. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So you've had some undeniable success on the fields, but you've recently started videoing on some beach hunts. Do you like beaches for detecting?
I don't particularly like beaches, to be honest with you.
You don't?
I just never. I never find nothing. Never. I prefer pasture. But that's my opinion. It's just my own.
What about you, Shaun?
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, we've not had much experience being on the beach, to be honest with you. And to be honest, I don't think we've given it actually that much chance, and it's one of those. It's just quite difficult at times, But we may get round to doing a few more beach videos,
Yeah, the beach is a numbers game, really. You just have to dig hundreds of signals, and 99% of them are pure trash, just to get some gold or whatever. It's a hard slog,
For me, I like the history more than anything in it. So you don't tend to dig that much history on a beach, really. So that's what it is for me.
And that's what distinguishes most detectorists is you either do beaches for the monetary gain, or you do pasture for the historic significance.
Definitely.
So you've kind of addressed the whole why fields. I assumed that fields or pastures was going to be your preference. Did you see the Joan Allen recent hoard?
About 3 or 4 times.
Wow,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. That I sent him a message congratulating him, because that is a once in a lifetime find, isn't it? That.
Oh, unreal.
Yeah, they're still pulling them out, aren't they?
That's crazy.
Yeah, the 1,280 something now or something. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're still pulling them out.
Couple of final questions for you guys. I see you had a whites detector there. I think, Michael, you had it. What did you think of the news of whites going under recently?
It was a bit of a surprise, because white's been my first metal detector I ever, other than the one that we spoke about before, but the one I bought was my first ever metal detector. So I researched as much as I could without actually going out and playing with the metal detector. So I bought the whites because I thought it was a big brand. I was stuck between a Garrett and the whites, and I thought, I'll go for the whites, because every review I read about it was pretty good and stuff like that. So yeah, I bought the whites. But yeah, listening to the news about them, not doing so well, it was quite shocking, to be fair, because thinking about it, they're a pretty well known brand, aren't they? So you wouldn't think it was one of those sort of companies that would go under, but it just shows.
I did an episode about it, but yeah, for me it was always whites or C-scope growing up. It was that's all you saw: white C-scope and Fisher. But to see them go under, it was quite a shock.
But I mean, on the other side of things, I bought an Equinox, and we got the Vanquish at the side there, and I'll be honest with you, I never ever use the whites machine anymore. I mean, the reviews that gave for the beach were all great and stuff until you actually take it on the beach. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people shouting at this now, saying, no, it's amazing on the beach. But, I could never get it to work on wet sand. It just didn't want to work.
Yeah.
Whereas the Equinox, no chatter, no noise. It just worked.
Silent, isn't it?
And just because of that, I don't think I would have bought another whites. I just wouldn't have done. Line Lab for me, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, I have an Equinox as well, the 800, and I use it on the beach, and I have the CTX as well, and comparing the two, my go-to is the Equinox, just purely because of the how lightweight it is, how easy the program is to do 5-6 hours on a beach with an Equinox is a lot easier than doing it with a big bloody CTX hanging off my arm. But it is what it is.
Definitely.
One or two more questions, guys. I have to ask this question, right?
Okay.
And it's out there. But what's with the short shovels? Every time I see them, I think, especially with you, Shaun, I think, Jesus, his back must be killing him.
Do you know what? For me, I didn't think this was. I didn't think this was an issue until everybody mentions it. I mean, obviously, when me and Shaun started going together, we went onto a lot of group digs, and it just seemed the majority of people that went on the group digs had these tiny little shovels. So both me and Shaun, we went to B&Q and we bought. It was like £6 for a shovel. It was just like, this does the job, and we've got used to it now. But every time we upload, there's always somebody that's got to comment about how it's breaking our backs. And and to be honest, after a long day of digging, you do start to feel it. But the shovel doesn't weigh nothing. You know what I mean? You can stick it over your shoulder or hold it in your arm. It doesn't interfere when you're swinging and stuff like that. So they're great. But yeah, I think my next purchase is going to be a normal size shovel, I think.
I am actually on my third shovel. It's my third one, actually.
Oh, wow. Time to upgrade, Shaun. Time to upgrade.
Yeah, definitely.
So, just before our last question, do you want to give any shout-outs to anybody?
Mike?
Well, I'd like to just, say, come and find us on Detector Network. That's the new social platform that we're trying out now. So fingers crossed that all goes well. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, come and check us out there.
We'll wrap it up now. So, guys, the last question, and I think we've talked about this before. What do you wish you knew before you started metal detecting as a hobby? And I'm going to get an answer off each of you.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I never knew it was going to be so addictive. Now, I guess a lot of people think that metal detecting is full of old blokes, boring and stuff like that. But it's actually not. The buzz you get, the feel you get when you dig an hole, you don't know what's in that hole, and you turn it over, and there's a shiny little silver coin in there, or there's a Roman coin in there that's dating back 1,000 years, or like my spearhead, it's 3,000 years old. That thing's been sat in the ground for 3,000 years old, not being touched by another single person. Then you pull it out of the ground, and you've got all in your hand. The history that thing's seen, for me, it just makes it addictive. And I'm three metal detectors in, and an absolute a spare bedroom full of treasure, as I'll call it. Our lass will probably call it junk, but it's treasure. And yeah, my 3-year-old son, he's anytime he comes in here, he's there picking up the metal detector, so he's going to want to do it as well. So yeah, that's the thing I wish I'd known about it before, because I'd have done it before sooner.
Yeah,
definitely.
Good, great answer. What about you, Shaun?
I'll keep it simple. There ain't enough hours in the day. There really isn't. I mean, we go out and we're out 12 or 13 hours on a weekend, a Saturday or a Sunday, and we make a 20-minute video, and there's a lot going into it, and it's what me and Mike do. It's tiring at times, but we do enjoy doing it, and yeah. That's about it, yeah.
On that note, guys, thank you, Shaun and Mike. Best of luck for the future of the channel, and we'll all be watching.
Nice one. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, I hope you liked the interview this week with Shaun and Michael. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Detecting The or Instagram at the Metal Detecting Podcast. Don't forget to check out Shaun and Michael's channel, the Metal Detecting channel on YouTube, but I'll make sure to pop the channel's link in the show notes. If you want to contribute or have suggestions for topics to cover, pop us an email to kieran@themetaldetectingshow.com. Don't forget to check out our website, www.themetaldetectingshow.com, for this episode's show notes. Check out our Patreon page if you want to help the podcast stay alive or just want to buy me a coffee. Just search for The Metal Detecting Show. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will chat to you all again next week. Get out there and happy hunting.